The other day I watched Lycoris Recoil, and this was a 2022 12-episode anime about teenage girls trained to be agents to protect the public from crime and terrorism. The very first thing I noticed on the show was the main character, Chisato's color scheme. Her blonde hair and red eyes immediately reminded me of Bakugo, and when I tried to come up with other characters I really liked with the same colors going on, I really couldn't come up with any. There's also her hair ribbon, which is tied in a way where her hair is half of the bow and then the ribbon is the other half, and I thought that was a very unique thing I hadn't seen before. Takina, Chisato's other half, had dark hair and dark eyes, and when put it together I got this sort of sunshine and moonlight duo, which I've seen often, but in this show it felt sort of unique because usually it's the one with the darker hair and the more serious look that's better at whatever they're doing, and then the more cheerful one is skilled but still has to get a lot more experience in whatever the job may be. In this one, however, it was Chisato who was apparently the reigning champ of their job, and then it was Takina who had to learn from her. To me, that just felt very unique. I hadn't seen that in a while. The whole show was everything I could ask for in an anime. It had really, really great action scenes with comedy. There was some psychological what's really right and what's really wrong. How do you know who's the hero and who's the villain? Lots of drama, but still a perfectly wrapped together plot. The antagonist of the show, a guy named Majima. When this character first appeared, my initial thought was he was one of those background side villains that ends up trying to do too much and ends up getting killed somewhere along the way. Just one of them annoying characters. Upon watching, and realized that he was actually a fantastic antagonist, and I really enjoyed his character quite a lot, actually. Back to the main two, Chisato and Takina. One of the main reasons I clicked on the show was because I wanted to learn more about this duo and how they interacted with each other. And the show actually had plenty of really cute date moments and really nice interactions between the two, just completely opposites, but learning more about each other. They really enjoyed each other's company and realized they were the perfect duo. In fact, all the characters, I really enjoyed all their designs and outfits throughout the whole show. I always love when a show has really nice, detailed, unique casual outfits, and they change every once in a while instead of just wearing the same outfit all the time, which you see a lot in anime for main characters. But they changed their hairs and outfits throughout the show, and that was really fun to see all the different designs. Really showed with each character's personality, type of person that they were. This was one of the few animes that I actually watched the outro song every single episode. I'd watch the episode, and instead of just skipping to the next thing, I just listened to the entire outro because it was that good. Each episode had its own sort of mission that they had to accomplish, and I really enjoyed seeing how each mission ended up leading to some big, giant ending mission that they all had to fight to the death almost to solve. I really love when shows have like really great action scenes, especially when the characters are just extremely athletic with like great reflexes and just hopping around all over the place, parkour and everywhere. It's just really great fight scenes. Always love them. Shows like this really make me want to work out a lot just to like have the reflexes that they do, have the same agility and speed that they have, just so I didn't feel like I'm constantly stumbling around. I feel like they have really great stability just walking around, and then immediately able to just jump into these fight scenes and still be able to take care of the people around them and protect themselves at the same time. One of the reasons I really enjoyed this show. Plenty of those moments. I really enjoyed seeing Takina's character throughout the whole thing, because she starts out as this really closed off, just do whatever she thinks is the right thing to do, even if it gets her in trouble or something, and she doesn't really quite understand how other people feel about certain things. Whereas, as she learns to live with Chisato and really understand how Chisato lives her life and how she goes through things and thinks about things, protects people and takes care of her family and the things that she loves. Upon having her first friend, you can see that she's actually really loyal to her friends and maybe it's not her friends, maybe it's just Chisato, for all I know, that she would just really do anything for. And she'd get extremely furious and almost disgusted in a world without Chisato, so you can just see how much she really cared about her by the end of it. She was willing to do anything, even give up on the things that she had before or was working towards before, because she realized that Chisato was just more important to her. It was really just a fantastic character to watch. Really made you want to be a better person and take better care of the people that you like and the things that you love. The ending of the show itself, which I'm not going to spoil, but I'm just going to say that it was really one of the ones I'd really enjoyed. It was really vague upon, whether or not what's right is really right and what's wrong is really wrong. If everybody's fighting for what they believe is correct, then who's the hero and who's the villain? And both Chisato and Majima, which is the villain antagonist of this story, I guess, you could tell that they were really understood each other despite being enemies against each other. And they even took the time to listen to each other's stories and sides about why they do the things they do and why they would fight each other and why not join my side, why not do what I do, and then they have to explain that they just don't think the same way they do. And they respect each other for it, instead of being, I'm the hero, so I'm right, and then you're the villain, so you're wrong. Instead, it's whoever wins in the end is the one who gets to say whether or not it was right or wrong, or whether I was doing anything worth anything at all. They were very much the same person to me. In fact, they say throughout the show, you can tell that they are very, almost as if they had swapped lives, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, because they really were just the same person, just living different lives from each other. And that's probably why they made such a great, enemy duo, I guess, right? I don't know. Probably why I really enjoyed Majima's character. Despite being a villain, he was still fair and still willing to give explanation as to why he does what he does. And Chisato really just wanted to protect the things that she cared about. And she knew that if that meant they had to fight, then she'd fight as hard as she could. Even if she kind of understood what point he was trying to make to the world. And Takina really just wanted Chisato to be okay and wanted to protect the new life that she found. So, the three of them, I can imagine a world where they were just the best of friends, to be honest. I don't know. I guess it's just their lives were too different. If they were in another world, maybe, I don't know. But that's why I really enjoyed those three characters. And I'll only mention them because there's plenty of other characters that are really great throughout the whole show. And the plot, a lot of things that I just did not mention as to not spoil anything. So I really hope that everybody watches it and enjoys it. I don't know. I don't know. Keep saying I don't know. And that is all I had to say about Lycoris Recoil. And I hope that it has a season 2 eventually. I would really enjoy watching that. And I really love this soundtrack. I wish it was just constantly playing in the background all the time. It's just the most beautiful thing, and I'm constantly humming it all the time. Just thought I'd say that. Adios.